Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? That was Amazonly fast, wasn't it? Holy cow. That company is awesome, I must say. But they're gonna hurt a lot of other companies. That's terrible. But anyways, today I got a couple of packages to show you. Actually got this ordered in for the 9N. I got this little thing left at my door the other day. And I don't know what it is. It's from one of you lovely viewers. So we're going to look at her and we'll do it first. I got to soon get this thing back together. Work in project. Work in progress. Looks good though. It's very nice. Very nice. And I'm working on a little something here. Because the starter I think is buggered on the 9N. This is a starting handle I'm going to work on here, and this is just a 5/16 bolt through here, but it's too wide yet. I have to go get my other little grinder and grind this down. But basically this will go in the front there kind of thing, and it goes through the grill kind of thing, and it goes, I can see it. Hang on a second here, let's put this thing down. This goes through and let's see here. There's the gear right there, and that'll mesh into there. Now they say don't start it with that. I've done it before with our 2N and stuff. No problem. It's fine. They just say that's kind of for when you need to crank it over to doing valves and stuff. But this is definitely too wide, so I got to grind this down or something. It's definitely too wide. It only needs to be actually about finger width on each side, so it's not very much. Not very much because it's got to fit through here. And then there's a little, I can almost show you that too. Here, hang on, let's put this down. There's a little thing where it's got to fit through in here. Right there, there's like a keyway kind of thing. It's got to fit through there too, but it's got to fit through the grill as well. So not very wide. But I'll get my grinder. I got my spare grinder that I had originally, and hopefully it'll. Yeah, it doesn't need very much to get through there. It's probably wider that way, and that way. I'll get it through there, get it through the other thing, and then we gotta. I only brought up my little propane torch today. I don't know if this is going to be hot enough to bend, so I got to put a bend and make it go out of the tractor, bend in front of the tractor, and then to a handle, if you know what I mean, right? So we have to turn it to whatever, and then do another 90, so it's got like a crank handle kind of style. So I don't know if my little torch here is going to get hot enough. Probably not. It's more for like soldering. But anyways, we got a package here, and I don't know what it is. Let's open her up. Alright, so this says it's from David from St. Paul. It was mailed to St. Paul, Minnesota. A lot of interactions with Minnesota this through Christmas and stuff in the last little while. It's interesting. So it says something about a sign. Could be a new sign for our shed here. Maybe. So we'll crack it open here. Ooh. Oh, this is very special. Very, very special. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is really exciting. I had no clue that he was making this for me. Okay, I think I seen a little bit of a letter in there too. We'll get that open first. Oh boy. Oh, this is really nice. Wow. That's my name. That's my name. Now I just got to read over it real quick here, make sure that it's okay to put it in the video. So I shall do that right in a second. Alright, he didn't say couldn't put it in, so here we go. Says, hi Bill, I've been watching you for years. Picked up a CNC plasma cutter table. Now I really would like one of them. But anyways, I don't really have room for it, but they're pretty big. Maybe yours isn't that big, but the ones I was looking at would take up pretty much most of the shed in here. Anyways, been practicing for a few months and wanted to make you something for Christmas to say thank you for all the videos. It's not perfect, but as time goes by, hopefully I'll get better. I thought you could hang it in your new shop by the house, or if not, no big deal. Just wanted to... wanted you to have it. Okay, I jumped the lines there. When do you have it? Merry Christmas, Day. I guess maybe that's his YouTube name is Day. I don't know. From David though, from Minnesota. Okay, this is pretty awesome. I must say, this, when I first cracked it open, I'm like, holy freaking crap, that is going right here. Alright, here we go. Let's make sure you're in the line here. Let me just turn that guy around. Okay. Alright, this is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome. You ready for this? Ready? Oh, look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Little gears on it and stuff. Little tools and stuff here. That is awesome. BILLSTMAXX shop. I don't want to put this outside because I don't have our harsh environment here, you know. That is super awesome. Thank you so much for that. That is so cool. I am definitely thinking that we're going to put that right up in here somewhere. What about right up in there? That might be alright. That might be alright. I gotta get some screws, and I think I might have some out here. Hang on a sec. Alright, I went a little lower with it because I like the contrast a little better. I like the contrast a little better from the other part there. It was a bit too high, so that looks pretty darn awesome. Holy jumping, and I almost got it straight too. It's just off a little bit. Not too bad at all. That is awesome. Thanks so much for that, David. That is so cool. I've always wanted a plasma table like that. It'd make my life a lot easier cutting out parts and pieces, but just, you know, cost and place to put it. But that is pretty sweet. I really like that. That is awesome. So thank you so incredibly much for that. Yeah, that is super awesome. Thanks so much for that. I like that kind of placement with it there because you guys will be able to see that lots and stuff because we'll be doing some projects and stuff on the bench here, right? So, anyways, we got this box from Amazon, come pretty quick. The other carburetor, that's ultrasonic cleaner, didn't really do a whole lot to it. The old carburetor we took off the other day, it didn't do a whole lot. So I took it out. I put it in 3 or 4 times, took it out. It didn't seem to want to clean it, so I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I don't know if the little guy is just, it was just too much for that little ultrasonic cleaner or what, but I got it clean, took it down to my other sandblaster. Oh, it's another cute little box. Wow, that's well packaged. Took it down in to my sandblaster and gave it a light sandblast and primed it all up, cleaned it all. It was really good now, and painted it up. But there's the remnants of the parts. And looking at the gasket kits, it comes with everything except that bell, which they call that in a Venturi. And I don't remember now which way I took it out, but I know they you can kind of see. See if I can show you. See the bell on the bottom? It's kind of bell shaped by my thumb here. That's got to be down. So I don't exactly remember which way this come out now, but apparently it won't run right if you don't have it the right way. So, but you don't get this Venturi. The new carburetors, apparently they come with them, of course, ready to go, but they're plastic. So they say when you reassemble these, you got to make sure it's the right way down, or it'll get crushed and then it won't run right either. So it doesn't look crushed to me, so it looks alright, but I don't think this carburetor comes with it comes with this part, but then it's a female thread, so there's no hose barb for it, so I might have to reuse that. And everything else should be there, but holy cow, this looks pretty sweet. It's like a freaking wrapped up bomb from China or something. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, it was probably wrapped about 30 years ago. Oh wow, weird stuff too. It's like a plastic, but sticky plastic. So hopefully it runs off of this crappy Chinese carburetor. What I'm going to do though is, well, I'll probably rebuild this one I got here. I just wanted to kind of get this thing running a bit so I could at least get it off my trailer. But I'd have to get a new carb kit for it, and looking at it though, someone had wrecked the needle in here by squishing the float down too hard. Oh, I don't know if you already see that, but it damages the end of the needle, so that's why it was leaking. And the guy even told me that. What a guy he was. Holy. I got quite a sobby story from him. I think he had a lot of people come and look at this tractor, and it's like, they're like, no thanks. So what he says to me is, we looked it all over and I found a lot of things. Right off the pictures of it, I'm like, okay dude, I'm only giving you this much for it from what he wanted. He wanted like $1,600. I offered him $1,000 just by looking at the pictures. And he's like, oh no, I need at least $1,300. I'll just hang on to it. I'm like, well, okay. So we finally arranged to come look at it. He was really hard to meet with. Really hard guy to meet with. And it's like, oh no, I can't see you now. I can't visit now. I got to go to work, or got to go something. I'm like, really? And it was like a 2-hour drive for me, you know. So eventually we came up with a time. Went down to look at it, and he had it running when we got there. I called him. He's like, oh, just give me a call just when you're almost here. I'm like, okay. So, of course I did, and he had it running when we got there. I'm like, I don't really like that. I wanted to kind of see it start. And he's like, oh, it runs good. I'm like, okay. It's a good thing I didn't stall it out when I was loading it on the truck, on the trailer, because it wouldn't have started again. And he was one, wow. I got we looked it all over, and I'm like, oh dude, I think we're just gonna leave it. I was backing out because holy cow, I looked at all the stuff that it needed, and I don't mind doing it, but I'm not gonna pay that kind of money for what he wanted. I'm like, oh geez. I said to him, you know, I think we're just gonna leave it. He just turns and gets real pissy at me. Oh, it's all you internet people. You come here and you look at things, you never want to buy nothing, and it's blah blah blah. And this is such a waste of my time. I'm like, holy freaking crap, dude. I'm like, chill the frig out. You've got a tractor here that's like a piece of junk, and you're trying to sell it for this much money. You're not gonna get it for it. He had many rejections, I think. So I let him stew with that for a bit, and he's like, fine, take it for $1,000. I'm like, okay. So $1,000 and I got a tractor, but it needs like probably $4,000 worth of work done to it. But anyways, another story. So I got a tractor for $1,000, but anyways, big deal, eh? Oh, he gave me the huge ass sob story. I'm like, holy freaking crap, bud! Like, chill the frig out. When he had it running there, I should have just turned my truck around and left. Not even got out of the truck. Anyways, he was a real knob, that guy. Okay, so we got a little package of parts there. We got a note from China. What does it say? Notice the oil channels of carburetors will be blocked without cleaning. Please clean up the oil channels and the air filters as well as use clean fuel before installing the carburetors. Aftermarket high performance engine carburetor replacement. Yeah, okay. Add more horsepower while maintaining near stock fuel mileage. Another okay. Heavy duty metal construction. Directly replace the old broken one. Directly replace the old broken one. I like that. Features 100% brand new and high quality. You know, I'm gonna look into it. Durable material, complete carburetor with air filter. Direct fits your motors. I love Chinese and their you know, translation stuff. Includes a throttle cable. Okay, that doesn't have a cable on it, but anyways, a perfect replacement for your original damaged or worn out carb. Wow. So we got a little package of stuff. It looks like the gaskets, at least they give me those, and the 2 studs. And there's that fuel thing. Hopefully it's the same, because I don't see yeah, it looks like it's pretty close. Okay, I don't see, let me just open this up here. It's well taped. It's in a little zippy lock bag, but I don't really want to cut things apart here. Where the heck's the end? Well, I guess we're gonna have to cut things apart here. Now I'm not going to be installing this today on the tractor, but because I don't know, it even comes with the carb nuts. Sweet. Because oh, there goes one of them. Because I need to get this handle made up so I can crank it first. So that might be our other project today too, if I get to her. So yeah, that's the fuel. That's the fuel thing there that they send you. That's got dirt in it. That's fantastically nice. So I'm going to probably just use my old one. It looks like it will thread into there. But this looks like a flare fitting thingy they got onto that, so I don't want to use that. Because I just got like the rubber hose. I think that'll be alright. So let's have a look at the main thing here. Oh, bubble wraps. The other one I just painted it today. I might bring it up maybe. Well, it doesn't look terrible bad, really. Seems like it's adjustable and it's got the same choke mechanism. There's a little spring in the back here. Let's see if you can see that. See that spring down in there? So this has a little door. Let me get my little screwdriver out. A little door in there that'll vacuum. The vacuum will suck that open, so it gets it a little bit of air, so you're not like really killing it with choking it. But I don't know if you can see in there or not, but if you push on that little guy there, it'll kind of open it with a stiff one. Kind of chintzy, but ow, should hopefully work. There's where your fuel goes in there. Let's see if my old one threads in, because that's what I want to be using, I think. Oh, it even threads in nice. Alright, we'll seal that in. I don't think I need to look at anything else. It's actually not terribly too bad. It looks like it gets a bit of goop and grime on it. You won't even know any difference. It's a little different here though. On the other one it says Marvell and Schreibler there, so I don't know if they've set it. But these you don't want to mash down either, because you'll wreck the things on the inside. Along with down here, you don't want to mash that in too hard. But it looks pretty darn close. This is a little, well, rounded off on my other one, but hopefully it doesn't leak and it works the way as it's did. But I guess these could go in. These are the studs that mount it to the tractor. That should go up underneath. And maybe we'll just kind of mount it into the tractor just to see how it looks out here. And then, yeah, let's go give her a mount. Alright, so that's all good. I had one stud I had to take out of there. Uh-oh. I think once we get the nuts on her, she'll be alright. It's a little tight though, but interesting. Oh! Probably could run a file up through there or something, but yeah. Well, that's a start. Anyways, one part. Oh my goodness. Needs a lot more, that's for sure. But anyways, yeah, let's start working on this starter handle now. I gotta go down and get my need to go get my grinder and I might drag up my torch too. I don't know. I don't think my little propane torch is going to get hot enough. I think the vise is probably going to draw a lot of heat out of this before I can get her to bend. So I'm probably going to have to go and drag up my other torch, because I don't think this is going to give her enough here. But I'll get you going on a high speed, fast time kind of thing here, because this is probably going to take like an hour to heat. I'll run out of propane probably first, but should probably get this kind of level there. Ooh, stay. I drew the line. I stuck this in, and I left it a little long on the end here, so I'm going to have to shave it off a bit too. But I'm going to go a little bit longer, so I'm away from the hood a little bit. That'll give me a fair good bend. But I don't think this is going to get hot enough. Anyways, here we go, fast timer. That hasn't even turned it blue yet. That's not going to be any good. Okay, so I'm going to go down and get my other big torch and my oxyacetylene torch. That'll heat that up real fast, like within seconds kind of thing. And we'll be able to bend that, and then I'll reposition it and bend the handle kind of into it. I'm going to have to do some finishing, and I'd like to get some kind of spinny thing on there too, but I don't really have anything for that. But anyways, this rod is probably a bit too thin. I think I should have probably been using like a 5/8-ish in and around there. I don't think it would take too much bigger through the hole though, but we'll try her with this one. I'll go down and get my torch, my grinder. Alright, we got the killer torch. That'll do her. And we better make sure she's tight. Need my wrench. I brought my bench grinder up too here, and hopefully she's all good. I think this just needs tighten here. That poor bench grinder gave a little start there, and it's wow. I remember why I replaced it now. Yeah. All right. Now remember how to run one of these. Well, we gotta turn the gas on. That would help. Turn the acetylene on just a bit. Oxygen full. And light it towards the paint cans. That helps. Make sure we're just gonna use the. Yeah, the oxygen is wide open. That's your blower there, except for probably we don't need to blow anything, but just give that a little bit. There we go. Try to heat her up a bit. Bench on fire. somewhat 90 degrees there. I'm going to grab a square to get that somewhat close-ish down to. I have a square here. I know I did. Let's see if I can find one. That's a speed square, but that'll work. Okay, still off a bit. Should be still warm enough to just tweak her. A little bit too much. Oh, the whole vise is moving on me. Ooh, the whole bench is moving on me. Oh yeah, I haven't screwed that down yet. That's pretty good there. If that'll stay, I'll be happy with that. Alright, so we just need over here, let's move you a little bit this way now. We just need a little bit of a handle. The shorter you make this, the harder you get to this part, of course, but no, the harder it will be to crank it, of course. But I don't want a huge, you know, massive crank. So, and you know what, I had made one of these for the 2N, and I know I kept it, and it's not in this shed because it was way before this shed was ever here, but it's down in my other garage somewhere and I can't find it. I might have scrapped it, I don't remember. But I'm going to look up a quick picture one just to get a rough idea how far this has to be. I think we're good this way for getting through the the grill and stuff. And the grill should be about here somewhere, but I'm going to check one out here. Well, that's one of them there. So yeah, this part's fairly short here. I would say, well, I think I'm good that way for lengthwise, but the turn here and then the turn to the handle is probably a foot. No, I think it's less than that. I'm looking at a foot, and that's about here. I don't know. It's maybe 10 inches. I'm gonna go maybe with a 10-inch twist in it. 10 inches there. Okay. Mark that down roughly so I kind of get an idea where I got to start to bend in the heating. Oh, it looks even less than that. Could be an 8-inch. There's a pretty good picture one there, actually. Looks like someone maybe made that one, but hard to say. Let's just measure that. I've only got 1.5 inches there. No, I'm just kidding. But there is showing actually about 3/4 of an inch widthwise on that thing. So wondering how wide is his tape? How wide's a normal measuring tape like this way? Maybe 1 inch. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. I'm going to do 8, giving me a little more leverage to it. I'm going to do 8. I'll be happy with 8, I think. But yeah, theirs look a lot beefier bars than this one. Hopefully it doesn't just kind of twist apart. But if it does, I guess it does. Oh well. We get a thicker one, like a 5/8 or something. Okay, let's fire up the heater here. Got the heater going. Alright, so I got to bend this towards you guys now. see if we got this 90'd pretty good. And a little bit more. That's not too bad there. Okay. I'm happy with that. Hoppy. Whoa, geez. Look out, phone. Now we got her a bit long here. I almost grabbed that. That would have sucked. It's been pretty flat too. I won't be able to really tell that until I get her down, but I think it'll be all right. She's a little spongy feeling. And these, yeah, I could probably just cut those right off with the torch here, of course, but it shouldn't take long to fire up this poor thing here. And one reason I got rid of this. So how are you guys doing today? Oh, I'm pretty good here. I'm just waiting for my bench grinder to fire up. It only takes like an hour. Still waiting. There we go. Now we're good to grind. Holy cow, it's moving the whole thing. Shakes a lot too, but vibrating. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get some glasses on here. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to shave more off. Well, yeah, she's not quite there yet. It's hard to show you that in there, but pretty much have to take them almost down to nothing, which is kind of odd, but more yet. Alrighty, where are we at now? Goes in there and then it's gotta go through. Oh, it's so close. I can't quite see it though. Oh, it's in there somewhere. Oh, it's so close. There we go. Oh, it actually works. Huh. Imagine that. Imagine that. Let's see. I can get in here to see the fitting in here. Yeah. Ooh, she's hard to turn though. A little longer might have been nicer, but then you're reaching a lot more for it, right? But you get the right sniff of fuel in there, it'll fire. That should be good. All right, I'm happy with that. Well, I think we got the right idea. I should have got a thicker bar though. I just gave it a cranking as if I was wanting to try to start it. And let go. And I bent it. I bent the bar. So that's not so good. I was kind of wondering, this is a 9/16 bar. Lots of work done to her, but it's just, I think it's too thin. But now we know how to do it. So that's awesome. But yeah, it's just a little bit too thin. I think I need, I think a 3/4 would be too big. it's got to fit inside of that hub inside here, right? So once we get the starter fixed, she'll be all good, but it's could take, I don't know, quite a bit bigger. You can see it. Well, can you see it? You can see it moving in there. I could probably put a, I don't want to say a 3/4. That wouldn't need a whole lot of room, but I think I could go definitely a lot bigger. Yeah, okay, well, I'll have to make a new one, I guess. And I don't know if I've got any 3/4. It's got to fit through. Darn it, I can't believe I bent her. Just a little bit light, I guess. But it's got to fit through. I don't think, where are we here? I don't think that hole there is 3/4. It's hard to get in there to measure that though, because there's no real weight in there, but I'll see what I can do here. Well, she's looking like a 3/4 hole officially in there. So, I'll zoom you back out here again. So I'll have to, I don't think I have any 3/4 here with me at this present time, so I'll have to slip up to the metal store and get some, and I'll rebuild another one. It should be a lot thicker and better than this one. So I guess that was the problem. She's a little bit flimsy. Oh darn. Well, it was a fun little project, but now we know what we gotta do. I didn't know what size it was. I was uptown and I'm like, oh crap, I need to get some bar for that thing. Okay, well, let's go pick some up. So I ended up getting a 1/2 inch because I couldn't think of the size. A 1/2 inch, and this 9/16, but it looks like I need to do a 3/4. So, darn it. I wonder if I've got any 3/4 bar. I'll have to look around my shop. But anyways, I guess that's it for today. We just had a bit of fun kind of making really nothing, but now we know what we got to do. The lengths seem good though. I was happy with the lengths on it, except she bent on me, but too much power. Too much arm power, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, that's it for today. So thanks again for watching. And thank you, sir, for sending me that sign. That is really awesome. Really like that. That is going to stay there probably. I probably mount her a little better. I just got it on some screws there right now, but we'll get some better screws to it maybe and mount her on solid. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for making that up and sending it to me. I really appreciate that. Definitely helps make the shop look a little more homelier, right? Rather than, you know, a wooden box. Anyways, catch you all later. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good day.